Oh, yes. I was expecting visitors. Hello, I'm Dr. Strauss. Your teacher said that you were coming in, and I'm so excited. She told me that you are starting to explore human intelligence. And my, do I have this story for you. When I hear human intelligence, I think about one of my former patients, and his name is Charlie. Charlie was one that I could never forget. In fact, he was one of my first human experiments. Unfortunately, that experiment did not go as planned. Now, I'm very excited for you to read his story, so please enjoy Flowers for Algernon. I will see you soon. All right. So, as Dr. Strauss was saying, you guys are going to be starting a story called Flowers for Algernon. It does involve a man named Charlie who is actually a participant in a human intelligence experiment. So your learning target for today is going to be, I will analyze how dialogue and events in Flowers for Algernon reveal aspects of Charlie's character. So as you are reading Progress Reports 1 through 5 of Flowers for Algernon, which is on Pearson, and I'll show you how to get on, I really want you guys to focus on character, because if you look at your success criteria, you're going to have to describe Charlie's character and explain how he shows his particular traits in Progress Reports 1 through 5. So with that being said, let's go ahead and log on to Pearson. Now that I'm on Pearson, I'm going to go ahead and click back into my classes. I'm going to select my ELA class, and you'll see Flowers for Algernon Student Edition Unit 4, and you're going to go ahead and click that. Now, once you're in, remember, there's always a lot on the screen and we'll hide everything, but you will see Flowers for Algernon at the top, and this is by Daniel Keyes. This is a short story. It is a literary piece of text, and remember, if you think back to our learning target, we are focused on Charlie. And as we read the progress reports 1 through 5, we're looking at his character, because we have to come up with 2 character traits for him, and we have to explain how these are revealed to us through the events and the dialogue of those progress reports. Now, if you look at some of the headings, you'll see right here, this is how it's broken up into different sections. You have Progress Report 1, and it's from March 5th, 1965. Remember, this is online, so we do not have pages. So we're going to be reading all the way to Progress Report number 5, which is, I scroll too far, right here. So you're going to stop after paragraph 22. Now, it's always, always, always super important to read a background on a piece of text. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, and we see that Charlie Gordon, the main character in Flowers for Algernon, undergoes surgery to increase his intelligence. In the story, doctors measure his progress with IQ, or intelligence quotient tests. These tests are once widely used to measure intelligence and learning ability. Researchers now recognize that one test cannot accurately measure the wide range of intellectual abilities. Now, as I read that, I think back to the discussion posts that you guys were participating in, and it made me think of some of those different answers where you guys were talking about intelligence not just being a lot of knowledge about something. It could be an actual skill. So it looks here that researchers now understand that one test can't actually measure somebody's intelligence. And then right here we've got information about the author, Daniel Keyes, but I'm actually going to hide this so I have a little bit more room. Now, you are expected to annotate this piece of text. So if you think about what you have to annotate, remember, everything that we're doing is revolving around that character, Charlie Gordon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to model a couple annotations for you so that you kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for the rest of the progress reports. Now, right off the bat, I noticed that progress report and March are all spelled wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that. Remember, blue is my favorite color. And I'm going to write all spelled incorrectly. Now, that's just an observation. That is not enough. I have to tie it into our learning target. So, if I'm thinking about Charlie, I haven't really learned anything yet, but I'm going to say whoever is writing this may not be able to spell correctly. Now, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on Charlie. I don't know if it's Charlie, but whoever is writing this can't spell correctly. So that's what I'm going to hit right there, and I'll exit out. So I'm going to start at paragraph 1. We're going to see if we can find anything out about this character, Charlie. Dr. Strauss says I should write down what I think and everything that happens to me from now on. Now, right off the bat, should is spelled incorrectly. Write is spelled incorrectly. Happens is spelled incorrectly. Every is spelled incorrectly. So I see even more spelling errors. I'm going to put more spelling errors from the author. Now, I also notice that this is actually written in first person point of view because it says I should write down what I think and everything that happens to me. So I'm also going to put written in first person point of view. Now, when I think progress reports, I think about an actual doctor jotting down what's happening. So I don't know if this is the doctor or if this could possibly be Charlie. So I'm going to click save and keep reading. I don't know why, but he says it's important so that they will see if they use me. I hope they use me. Miss Kinnian says maybe they can make me smart. I want to be smart. My name is Charlie Gordon. I am 37 years old, and 2 weeks ago was my birthday. I have nothing more to write now, so I will close for today. All right, so right off the bat, I know that the person who's writing is actually Charlie. So I'm going to go back to this annotation right here, and I'm going to put Charlie's point of view because that's really important. Now, I know that he's the character that we're supposed to be analyzing. And right here, this stands out to me. Miss Kinnian says maybe they can make me smart. I want to be smart. Now, based on the spelling errors in this statement, I'm going to say that Charlie must be unintelligent based on the spelling errors in this statement. His teacher also semi-agrees that he is unintelligent, which to me stands out because that's kind of a bold statement to make about somebody, especially if you're their teacher. However, she seems to encourage him to change that through an experiment instead of school. Now that to me is weird, just being a teacher. Why would I make a student perform a surgery on themselves or with a doctor to make them smarter instead of just having them study? So that really stood out. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. And as you can see, just in paragraph 1, I've already got 3 annotations. You've got 22 paragraphs. You are not going to submit this to me today because this is, even though it's a short story, it's a pretty long story. It's going to take us all week to actually get through. But you should have quite a few annotations. And remember, from paragraph 1 to 22, we are focused solely, or excuse me, not 22, to 25. I'm sorry, because you're reading through paragraph, or excuse me, progress report 5. So from paragraph 1 through 25, you guys are focused just on that character, Charlie. What do we learn about him? Can you give him some character traits? And then eventually you guys are going to answer the discussion post that's right under your learning target and directions. Please, as always, send me any questions that you have, and I can't wait to read your posts.